Hi, welcome to my channel. Please like, comment, and also subscribe. But globally and regionally, the number of PSR incidents dropped in the second year of the pandemic. The IMBPRC recorded 132 global accidents in 2021, down from 194 in 2020, and the lowest recorded number since 1994. RECAAPIST reported 82 attacks across Asia in 2021, down from 97 in 2020, a drop of 15%, and the second lowest number of incidents since it started collecting data in 2007. The most serious PSR black spot in Southeast Asia during the pandemic was the Singapore Strait. Approximately 100 km in length, over 100,000 vessels transit through the strait every year, carrying billions of dollars in commodities and goods. The three littoral states, Singapore, Indonesia, and Malaysia, are responsible for security in the respective territorial borders which make up the strait. Even before the pandemic, the number of the attacks in the Singapore Strait had been rising. The IMBPRC received 12 reports in 2019, up from 3 in 2018, rising to 23 in 2020 and 35 in 2021. In 2021, incidents in the Singapore Strait accounted for 61.4% of all reported year and the high numbers in 1992. The recap ISO recorded 49 incidents in the Singapore Strait in 2021, accounting for 60% of all attacks in Asia, up from 34 in 2020. According to recap ISC, between 2019 and 2021, the majority of incidents occurred in the eastern sector of traffic separation scheme in Indonesian borders in the Riau Island, including Bintan and Batam. The attacks, most of which were non-violent low-level robberies, were conducted against larger ships, bulk carriers, oil tanker, and general cargo ships by gangs of between 3 to 5 men, mostly armed with knives. Several reasons may account for the surge in attacks in the Singapore Strait over the past several years. The economic problems caused the pandemic are probably one reason, though not in 2019, of course. The IFC has suggested the large number of incidents in the fourth quarter of 2021, 23 out of the 49 that year, may be attributable to unfavorable weather conditions, which prevented fishermen from going out to sea, and the approach of year-end festivals causing locals to turn to petty crime to supplement their incomes. Growing tensions between Indonesia and China in the South China Sea may provide another explanation. China's expansive claims in the South China are represented by the so-called Nine-Dash Line, which overlaps with Indonesia's EEZ around the Natuna Island. In contravention of the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, China claims historic rights in Indonesia EEZ, including fishing rights in the vicinity of the Natunas. In a push to enforce its claim, Beijing surged the number of China-flagged fishing boats into the area in the late of 2019 and early of 2020. The Indonesian government responded by rejecting China's unlawful claims and increasing its military presence around the Natuna by redeploying warships from other parts of the archipelago, including the Singapore Strait. The IMPRC has noted that PSR incidents of the Natuna is in 2021. As the data from the 4 agencies indicate, PSR incidents in the region increased by 15 until 20% in 2020. Before falling back to the pre-pandemic level in 2021, unlike during previous economic shocks, there was not a dramatic upsurge in attacks, except in the Singapore Strait. Why was that? The IFC has put forward 2 theories to explain this. First, the imposition of movement restriction by Southeast Asian governments and local authorities to prevent the spread of the COVID-19 virus. Second, increased enforcement efforts by regional states. The first reason probably did not have a major impact. The area which saw the biggest increase in incident Riau province in Indonesia was subject to movement restrictions that were both short-term, a few weeks at a time, not vigorously enforced and widely evaded. They are unlikely to have affected the activities of sea robbers in the province. The second reason is much more plausible, that the counter-PSR measures put in place by regional governments over the years effectively contained the problem. Three areas which were previously known as PSR black spots are worthy of examination: the Straits of Malacca, the Sulu-Celeb Sea, and regional ports and anchorage. The Straits of Malacca is Southeast Asia's busiest waterway and became the subject of international concern in the late 1990s and early 2000s, due to the increasing number of PSR attacks. In 2004, the three littoral states Indonesia, Malaysia, and Singapore established the Malacca Strait patrols to improve security in the strait. Thailand also joined in 2008. The MSP consists of coordinated naval patrols, combined air patrols, and information sharing networks. The MSP, together with a number of national initiatives launched at the same time, led to a sharp reduction in PSR incidents in the Malacca Strait. The IMBPRT did not report a single attack in the busy waterway between 2016 and 2018. During the pandemic, both the IMBPRT and RECAP ISC reported only one minor incident in the strait in 2021. The daily naval and air patrol by the MSP members appeared to have exerted a strong deterrent effect on maritime criminals. The Sulu-Celeb Seas, two large bodies of water connecting Indonesia, the Philippines, and also Malaysia, became an area of concern in the mid-2010s following a series of violent kidnapping for ransom incidents perpetrated by the criminal terrorist organization, the Abu Sayyaf Group. In response to the attack in May 2016, the three governments agreed to establish coordinated naval and aerial patrol in the effective areas modeled on the MSP. So it was not only June 2017 that the Territorial Maritime Patrols, or TMP, were launched. However, more effective than the TMP were the counterterrorism operation conducted by the Philippine Security Services against the Abu Sayyaf Group beginning in July 2016, which it has significantly degraded the group's ability to carry out attacks in the sea. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.